In this video, we're going to be covering eczema creams I will never buy again and why they fail. So today's agenda, we're going to talk about why most creams don't work for eczema, the most common creams used, and the creams that I tried that did not work, and the number one option I recommend for easing the itch and restoring your skin naturally. So if you guys don't know my story, my name's Logan. I used to be a registered nurse. I had eczema when I was about 5, and I got prescribed the corticosteroids. I also had warts all over my arms. My mom couldn't figure out what to do. What ended up happening was, as I aged, the eczema kind of went away, and whenever it came back, I would use the corticosteroid creams. But when I became a nurse, as you can see in this left photo, you can see on my right arm, the left arm that you would see in this photo, there is a rash there, right? And as you can see in the middle photo, that was my eczema at its worst. And what ended up happening when I got into nursing was my eczema started to come back. And it started to come back uh, right above my eyes. And then it started to spread over time. And the issue that I had was trying to find all these different supplements and creams that would actually take away the pain, soothe my skin, and eventually give me hope that I could heal this thing naturally. Because when I realized that the steroid creams were not helping me and that I had to keep increasing the dose to the point where I would be on them for the rest of my life, and I would, if I ever came off, I'd have the chance of getting topical steroid withdrawal. Once I realized that, I was like, I've got to figure out another solution. And if you fast forward and you understand my story and everything I went through, I ended up quitting my job as a nurse, moving abroad, and healing naturally. And now I help others do the same. That's a photo of me in Brazil recently, kite surfing. So the most beautiful thing about learning how to heal yourself naturally is it will open up yourself, your world, your perspective to being able to go and do new things. When I realized that eczema wasn't something that I'd have to live with for the rest of my life, I started asking myself, what other things have I been limiting in my mind about my life? So, most creams that people are using to help mitigate the issues with eczema are one, band-aid solutions. So they're band-aid solutions because when you have a band-aid or like you have a wound, you put a band-aid on it, right? The band-aid covers it up, but the band-aid doesn't heal the wound. The band-aid just covers it. And your body's natural process is to heal the wound on its own. So when you put the creams on top, what a lot of people are doing is they're thinking, oh yeah, this cream is going to soothe my issue. But they'll have to use the creams continuously until the problem is solved. The body will normally, if you have a scar, it will normally over time heal itself. But what a lot of people don't realize when they're taking creams like corticosteroids, or they're putting Aquaphor and all these other creams that companies sell you as a product on their skin, what they don't realize is it's not actually fixing the root cause. And until you address the root cause, that issue is not going to go away. The last thing is most of the creams and lotions out there that do help some people soothe their eczema conditions are loaded with chemicals. So not only are you using these creams long term to try and soothe your skin, you're also increasing your toxic load inside your body. So if you have eczema or any other skin condition, the chances are your toxic load is very high in your liver and in your gut. And until this is addressed, you're going to keep adding more and more chemicals with these creams into your body, and it's going to decrease the ability for your liver and the rest of your body to process things. So the creams that most people use, we have the steroid creams. These are your typical like hydrocortisones. And then, and if you guys haven't seen the video I put out on the 3 medications that are usually recommended and why they don't work, I definitely recommend watching that next. It goes into corticosteroid creams, it goes into Dupixent, it goes into Elidel, and an immunomodulator. The other creams that people use, so this first cream, the steroid creams, this is covering up the problem. When you put this on, usually the rash will go away. But if you stop taking it, the rash comes back with a vengeance. And after time, your body will get used to the cream and it will need more and more and more. And this is when people, they use so much over time and they try and come off of them and they get topical steroid withdrawal. So something to be aware of. The moisturizing creams, the petroleums, the random products like beeswax, these are all, they can be helpful. I used Cetaphil, I used CeraVe, I used Vaseline, I used beeswax. I was buying all these different products online, going onto Amazon, searching, reading all these books on different products that I could use in order to help soothe my skin. And what I ultimately found is a lot of these don't work. Now, for some people, they will work. So, as always, try for yourself, see for yourself, know for yourself. But if you want to save time and money, usually a lot of these products, they're not, one, addressing the root cause, and two, they have so many chemicals. For a lot of people, it can cause more issues. Vaseline, depending on how your skin is presenting, if it's super dry, Vaseline can sometimes help. But you also have to remember Vaseline is a petroleum. So when you put it on your skin, it doesn't allow your skin to breathe properly. And so ultimately you can put it on to soothe, but then your skin can't breathe and you kind of suffocating it. Depends on how it's presenting, of course. And something that I tell all my clients is you always want to look at ingredients. So as you can see, there's probably over 25 ingredients in this Cetaphil package, right? And these companies, they show these vibrant colors. They say dermatologist recommended. They even have recognized skin health, Canadian Dermatology Association on here. All this stuff to tell you that this is perfect for you. But if you go to EWG, which is environmentalworkinggroup.org, this company will actually allow you to look up the ingredients from each product, and you can see the ingredient concern section. And if you look at Cetaphil, for example, they have a high risk for allergies and immunotoxicity, and there's also use restrictions. So you want to look at this with EWG, with whatever creams you're using, to identify, is this product even worth buying? Is it going to increase my toxic load and toxic burden? So this is definitely something to keep in mind. And a lot of these creams are made by similar companies or the same companies. And so what I ultimately found out by using all these creams is, one, they never fully helped me. Sometimes they would soothe, but I had to go through so many different creams. And obviously they weren't addressing the root cause, which I'm beating a dead horse at this point. So the option that I found after a long time searching is beef tallow. Beef tallow with either a methylene blue or calendula. Now, methylene blue is a somewhat controversial topic. It is a pharmaceutical drug. It was originally invented related to textiles and dyes, but they found out that it can help, I believe, prevent it's malaria, but it's like a super drug. So methylene blue has a lot of benefits. You can look into research papers. The best company that I like, and I know Vance personally. He has a company called Meraki, and he puts methylene blue into his product. So you can get beef tallow with methylene blue, which helps the mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of your cells in your body. It helps them restore themselves. So it's very healing. It's good on the skin. And the other option is beef tallow with calendula. Calendula is a natural flower or plant, and it has a very soothing property, especially if you have open sores or very inflamed skin. So if you want the methylene blue, you can use the code DetoxJesus for a discount with that. So in summary, always look at trying to address the root cause. If you guys want to know more about root causes, join the school community we have right here at the top right, school.com/skinsavers, and we go into all of this stuff. Other thing, keep it simple. Less ingredients is always the best. If there are tons and tons of ingredients in something and you can't pronounce them and you don't know what they even are, always be cautious. And always look for the things that are going to soothe your skin with the concept in mind that at the end of the day, you need to find the root. Otherwise, you're just going to be buying creams and you're gonna be getting milked by the pharmaceutical companies for the rest of your life. I don't know many people that like going to doctors, so as if you can fix the problem up front and cut the head off of the snake, and if you cut the head off of the general, the whole army surrenders. It's the same thing with disease. If you heal the root cause, everything goes away. And if you guys are interested in learning more about my story and what I wish I was taught related to eczema so that I could heal quicker, I have another video that I made talking all about the main things that I wish I knew so I could have healed my body a lot quicker. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one.